The Lions squad for the game against the Western Force has been announced. Some really interesting selections, but let's focus on the main talking point. Henry Pollock and number 8. We were at a Lions event in a week. It was Jamie Heaslip, Sam Warburton, Matt Dawson, Scott Hastings and myself. And we're talking all things Lions. And some of the audience asked about number 7s and the 7 battle. And it's a really outdated thought process around the back row that your 7 has to look a certain way or play in a certain way, or he's got to deal with his opposition 7. Everyone on the team has a responsibility to deal with every ruck that's in front of you. You know, you can't man mark a player. You know, for example, when you're playing against Australia back in the day, you had Pollock, incredible on the jackal, but you had Hooper as well, incredible on the jackal. You know, as a 7, you can't manage everyone. You've got to do your job, you've got to do your role, but everyone has a responsibility. So back row is now much more about how they complement each other as opposed to what number they wear on the shirt. Very rarely, perhaps in this case with Josh van der Fleer as number 7, he will play like a 7 because he's not particularly tall, so he's not really used as a line-out option, so he'll be off. Most back row these days are quite big, so you go off as line-out options, and a lot of times they're not able to get to the first breakdown or whatever. Other players have that responsibility. Henry Pollock playing number 8, I think it's really interesting. Explosive speed off the base of the scrum, getting wide very quickly, being able to link with your 9 is very important. I think for me it just shows the balance. You know, having Ty Burn in the back row this week after his versatility and his performance in second row, getting that try last week, you know, that's really key. Players on tour are asked to step up. I think it's a really nice balanced back row. I think it's a really exciting back row, and I think it will complement the way the Lions want to play. You know, Josh van der Fleer likes to carry, Ty Burn likes to carry, obviously Henry Pollock loves to carry. It'll be interesting to see whether they get the balance right between the hard work and the showy stuff in the ball carrying. But for me, the chemistry looks really good. Everyone complements each other. Sort of doesn't matter what number you've got on your shirt, because you'll all play your usual games and actually slot into the game plan, as opposed to the old school thinking of players doing certain roles, because that just doesn't really happen at all in the modern game. But try telling that to some of the fans. But I'm very excited to see him play. Love to see him utilised off short line-outs as well, carrying the ball. Let's see how he goes.